Yeah, we talked about the next shift has to be a good one, and they've been on a pretty good run. Although they've got outshot pretty bad, but they've been winning games. They got a lot of skill up front, but especially with that top six forwards, and we knew they were going to make plays. So I just felt we got a little cuteness in the second period, especially in the power play. Dolls could have hammered a shot and maybe a little unselfish trying to get it back to Tage, but I thought we got our game in order for the third period and played a strong third, and we were able to lock the game away.
Even generally speaking, I mean, what's the difference been for this group in the third period? It's allowed you guys to lock down these leads the last couple and get the wins.
Well, you have to take a real smart approach to the game. You don't have to put a lot of risk in your game. If you're leading the game, force the other team into making mistakes and getting real aggressive with you, and all of a sudden you will get some chances because of their risk. But if you put your own risk in there trying to score more goals, there's a good chance that you're going to give them the opportunity to get back in the game. And I thought our guys were really good about playing smart and doing the right things in the third.
This game is often reminiscent of the Pittsburgh game. How much do you guys sense that your players are learning some of the lessons here, even from game to game? Last year, that was a big problem.
We got to continue to grow. I think we're growing, but it's a daily basis where you got to trust what we need to do and do it at the right time, and we're getting better. We've talked a lot about the start of games. I thought our start of the game tonight was good. At one point, I think the shots were 13-2. We came out, scored the first goal. I know you're going to ask, we got a power play goal, which was big for our club in the first period. So there was a lot of good in that first period. I know that they had a little push, and they're good enough to have a push, and you have to defend it. And it's how you react to the push, whether you're going to end up winning a hockey game or not.
How relieved are you that Ofer is gone?
I told you guys by the end of the year we'd be gone, and I kept my promise.
When Tage is playing at a level that he's playing at right now, an elite level, just how does that transform a team, I guess?
Well, I think every team almost has that line that they go to, and it's such a comfort to put that line out there the way they're playing. I mean, offensively playing really good, but defensively doing a really good job. If you look at the end of the game and where JJ positionally was at, I can't say enough about his game, but I think when you get the puck on Tage's stick, he's shooting it, and he's a tough guy to defend, because if you play the shot, he can beat you with some one-on-one play. And I think what complements it all is you've got Tuck on that other side that he's a puck thief, and he comes up with pucks, and they generate a lot of opportunities from being in the right place.
Did you like the movement you saw from Rasmus Dahlin, especially in the first half of the game?
I did. I said last game I thought his game was close to being where it needs to be. And then again tonight, I think he went through quite a bit going through camp and missing with the injury, and I think he's still he's getting close to where he needs to be.
Coach, you shuffled the lines in the middle wingers on the second and third line tonight. How do you feel that paid off?
Well, I shuffled before, and then I shuffled during again too. So, you're going to find that I think there's a pair of guys that can always play together. I think in some situations whether you're trying to get other guys going or whether you're trying to defend something, you'll maybe move a piece around the lineup. I started one way and went back to another way. So that's a pretty common theory for me.
Was there any reason to switching back in the middle and kind of reshuffling as the game went on?
To see if we could get even better. Because if you don't shuffle them, you'll never know.
Zucker seems to be one of those pieces. Is that just because he's the setting presence of the forward group? What have you seen in him?
I think he's got a dimension to his game that I think can help you in different ways. He can score. He can set up a lot of plays. I think if you look at his numbers, a veteran guy that I put him with a Cousin and Quinn to see if just help get them going. Maybe that extra play. So just looking at ways of trying to get better as a team.
Did you get the sense that the 5-on-6, you got the break, Kane hits the post, but it almost would have been unjust? You probably deserved to win that game. You deserved that break.
You know, the one puck rattled around like two things and went right to Kane's stick, and I think it only happens to Kane. I would have thought that was unjust because it hit like two things, and like it didn't go to his skates, it went right to the tape. But I think that, you know, we're going to continue to work on that part of the game too, where we don't give up the opportunity we ended up giving up. But I thought, again, the desperation with the extra guy and with the skill they had on the ice, you're going to have some looks that you have to defend.
What's it do to the group when somebody like Beck drops down to block a shot late in the first period there, especially with where the game was, momentum?
It tells you how much, as a group, we want to win a hockey game. It sends a message right down the bench, and I think what I really like is every guy on that bench is up, letting them know what a move to go down and make sure that puck didn't get to our goaltender.
You strung 3 wins together. That was a problem. You weren't here for it last year, but now, is that something that if you're going to be a better team, you have to be able to string wins together like that?
I think every team puts runs together of some distance, whether it's 3 to 8 to 10, whatever it is. If you can get momentum, I mean, there's things that catch fire, like your top line catches fire, your special teams catches fire, there's different areas of your game that can really help you push. And I think right now we've got a top line that's really been doing it. I think if our power play can gain a little bit more traction now, it'll help us continue on this run. But you do need it during the year, because you know there's going to be a time where you're playing good, you're a hot goaltender, you don't put the puck in the net like we kind of started the year. So take advantage when you get on a run.
How much of that is your confidence in your culture compared to your players' culture, our players' confidence?
Oh, well, I think I've talked to the team about building an identity. You just can't have one, you have to build one. Part of that identity is what Beck did at the end of the first, what the 2 or 3 players did at the end of the third when it was 5-on-6. It's a mentality that we'll do almost everything to win a hockey game. And we're going to do it from day 1 right through game 82. Thank you.
Thanks.